What up, YouTube, man? It's your boy Rock. I'm back, man, with another reaction. We got When You Hate Your Best Player. I ain't gonna lie. I've been doing a lot of Jaylen Brown content lately, but nigga, I had to. Like, this title is so real. Like, I just respect it. Let's get it.
Flopping has ruined
It caught my attention, and I just had to. I'm already reacting to stuff. I'm like, let's go ahead and react to this as well.
our game. Joel Embiid is a great player.
Like, he kept it real right here. I don't think this is gonna be too much smoke. I don't think that's gonna be that much of a deal for them. Joel Embiid knows exactly what he's doing, and he was acting like he was complaining bro. Everything he was doing. It's like they were preparing to just. Cause what are we talking about? This was blown out of proportion as well. Like, nigga, he was not lying about this either. Nothing he really said was bad, in my opinion, at all, on any of these streams, bro. It's all been blew out proportion because they've been waiting on him to just fuck up. But he ain't fucked up. Well, not in my opinion.
I don't even know what to say anymore. Because if it wasn't enough seeing LaMelo Ball get traded, if it wasn't enough seeing Kawhi Leonard go...
Even before the stream, they was about to trade this nigga, right? With the AD, KD, and well, the Giannis was after the streams. But yeah, man, he would have traded him anyway, probably. Like Jaylen Brown said on stream.
Back to Toronto, seeing the Lakers build an entire team full of white guys. For the first time in NBA history, a Twitch streamer has been traded for a podcaster.
With people texting me, Paul George and picks?
Yes, Paul George.
No.
And there is only one reasonable...
Damn, hold on, you finna have it in that corner? Hold on. Alright.
Explanation for this. Brad Stevens hates Jaylen Brown. Because unless you're trying to build a team with the best hairlines in the NBA.
I forgot about, bro, Paul George, yes. I forgot about this shit. I forgot he was known for that. It's Samoan nigga right here?
Unless the city of Boston is running out of hairspray, why would you trade a 29-year-old coming off the best season of his career for a 36-year-old that just got suspended
right there. I ain't gonna lie.
For taking PEDs last season? Unless there's an enhanced basketball games I don't know about, why would you make this trade? I will say, this looks less crazy now. I think I know who that anonymous analytics guy is. And in a matter of a week, Celtics...
Probably. Or it was Bobby Marks, shit.
I know who that anonymous analytics guy is. And in a matter of a week, Celtics fans have gone from thinking...
How do you niggas value analytics and you have eyes? It's so stupid. Like, he should have won MVP. But they said 6 in MVP, whatever. I don't take that. I don't look at that as respect. So they be like, how he was 6 in MVP? They be using that as like a talking point. But nigga, he should have won MVP. Like what? Not just been 6 in MVP voting. But you literally had the MVP last year. If the league wasn't trying to blackball this nigga and make him overcome insurmountable odds and be the first seed and with random niggas on his team, but. Yeah, you had the MVP, bro, but you talking about analytics. Like, it's crazy, bro.
Guy is. And in a matter of a week, Celtics fans have gone from thinking they're
about to be the second seed, bro.
About to get Giannis, one of the best players of all time, to getting a 36-year-old Paul George. That's like thinking you're getting...
he was crying because He was crying because the Bengals lost.
A Porsche for your birthday, and you get a beaten-up Suzuki Swift.
You should be crying. Sorry.
We gonna be alright.
You should be crying. Sorry.
We gonna be alright.
No, y'all ain't.
But it's okay, guys.
Funny,
because at least Boston doesn't have to deal with Jaylen Brown's streaming antics anymore.
With that being said, though, I want to let the podcast P family know that
the only thing I'm anticipating more than the next
Jaylen the whole time, I just started caring when they lost.
Jaylen Brown stream or the next Paul George podcast is the next Bill Simmons.
Why are we making fun of that? Even if you are like being sarcastic or whatever, He's controlling his own narrative, and that's righteous.
Or the next Paul George podcast is the next Bill Simmons podcast. Because this is like the build-up to Oppenheimer for me. This is my World Cup final, is seeing Bill Simmons' reaction. Because if you are not familiar with Bill Simmons, he is the biggest Celtic fan on earth.
Once he gets out that you're interested in Giannis, who is better than Jaylen Brown, addresses it.
I can't say that.
If you don't think Giannis is an upgrade,
I be hating that though. Nigga, I don't. Now what? But that's y'all opinion, bro. Y'all aren't right. Like, what the hell do we be talking about? You niggas think LeBron is the GOAT. Like, what are we talking about? But this nigga Michael Jordan has 6 rings and 6 Finals MVPs. Like, shut up. It's all opinions, bro. Y'all are not right. Period.
Addresses it.
You're not right.
if you don't think Giannis is an upgrade on Jaylen Brown,
You're not right.
what's your reaction going to be when you find
You have
out
an
he was
opinion.
traded
That's it.
for a 36-year-old podcaster? You thought you were getting a 2-time MVP, and instead they traded for someone who is your...
Hey, he should have been a 1-time MVP and a 1-time Finals MVP. So,
colleague, someone who's going to be working for the Ringer next year instead of Giannis. But how did all of this happen? Because if you had have told me 2 years ago when Jaylen Brown was lifting that Finals MVP trophy that he would be traded for a 36-year-old Paul George coming off the worst two
super team, bruh. Fuck, man.
that he would
Shout
be
out Jaylen
traded
Brown.
for a 36-year-old Paul George coming off the worst 2 seasons since he was a rookie, I would have thought Jaylen Brown had torn both of his Achilleses. But instead, it was Jason Tatum who tore his Achilles, and it was Jaylen Brown who led this Celtics team to 56 wins last year. A win total that no one expected, no one thought
That was the
was
MVP.
possible. And they traded him for Paul George. Well, if we go back to the start of last season, following the Achilles tear to Jason Tatum,
nigga
it
literally
looked
was
like the
the
Boston
MVP though.
Celtics
This is
were taking a
golly,
leap
man.
here. After trading Drew Holiday, Kristaps
Niggas just push narratives, and now you gotta worry about media niggas not liking you instead of worrying about basketball. It's like, so now you gotta be like PR, and then you gotta be the best player on the court too. Like, get out of here, nigga. It is not about. It's about basketball.
It looked like the Boston Celtics were taking a leap here. After trading Drew Holiday, Kristaps Porzingis, losing Al Horford, and doing everything possible to cut costs and
And what
essentially
happened?
not compete, it looked like their belief of Jaylen Brown being the number 1 option on a contender wasn't
low.
exactly as strong as Jaylen Brown's belief. And after losing the first 3 games of the year, it looked like the right decision. People were making AJ DeBanter jersey swaps. The Celtics were going to have a gap year. They were going to get a top pick and come back with a healthy Jason
The hell
Tatum.
out of him,
And
though. But they lost. It lost more than Jason Tatum though. That's maybe why. But yeah.
a gap year, they were going to get a top pick and come back with a healthy Jason Tatum and run
That
the
shit
league
all
again.
based on this nigga. Please.
That's until
what
the
they talking
Celtics
about,
won
JB?
56 of their next 79 games,
Come on,
with
man.
Jaylen Brown having a career best year, averaging 29 points, showing the world
I done
best
seen this
year.
clip multiple times, but it's
Averaging 29 points, showing the world that he didn't need Jason Tatum to be successful.
At all.
To the point where people were saying things like this.
Jaylen Brown is a top 2 candidate for league MVP.
And with Jason
Yep, he should have won.
Tatum coming back towards the end of the season and looking better than any of us could have anticipated. Entering the playoffs, the Boston Celtics were seen as one of the favorites to win the title. And
That's
when
what
they
an
went up,
MVP does. Make you think a regular ass team is a championship contender.
seen as one of the favorites to win the title. And when they went up 3-1 against Philadelphia, when Jay Philly, the anomaly, the owner of Philadelphia himself, was looking back to his best, the Celtics looked like they were going to cruise to the conference or NBA finals. That's when things went downhill. And it was during a Twitch stream
Jaylen Brown. Now it's all on him.
directly after blowing a
Then if they
3-1 lead.
won, it wouldn't have been only on JB, right?
kill. And it was during a Twitch stream,
You clickbaited with this
directly
title.
after
Okay, I see what's going on.
blowing a 3-1 lead, when Jaylen Brown said something that a lot of Celtics fans weren't exactly happy with.
I
It was my
was.
favorite year of my basketball career.
You mean to tell me a season in which you blew a 3-1 lead to your biggest rivals in the Eastern Conference was better than a season in which you won the title?
He
And there
explained it.
were mixed reports, but some people said Brad Stevens wasn't a fan of some of the things Jaylen Brown
He explained
was
what he
saying.
meant.
And whether it was that or not for the first time, Jaylen Brown was being put in trade rumors again. The Celtics were showing that they didn't value him in the way that he valued himself, or a lot of other people did, with people even going as far as to say this.
Celtics did not feel like
Addresses
Like Giannis. And when it was reported that the Celtics were in the front seat
Y'all, I think that's the Derek White thing. He said they thought Derek White had a better season somehow than Jaylen Brown.
make this happen,
Get off my screen.
I think the entire league was shaking. But it's what happened next
I know,
that
and I
was
was
the
just getting on niggas about opinions, but bro, come on, man. This is BS. It's malarkey, man.
dumbest mistake of the entire offseason, because personally, I don't actually think the Paul George for Jaylen Brown trade at this point was maybe as bad as some people are saying.
Yeah, I didn't
But
either.
this is when Brad Stevens made a fool of himself.
My understanding is they were unwilling to put in young players like Hugo Gonzalez and Bayer Shireman. Or
You had Giannis on the table. You had Giannis on the table, and you hung up the phone over Hugo Gonzalez. And from this point onwards, all Jaylen Brown and the entire NBA knew he was expendable. They knew he was going to get traded, and your chance at actually upgrading him for a better player was gone. And now, like Shams said in that clip, his trade value had diminished to the point where the best return you
No,
could
it wasn't.
seemingly get was
Paul
Paul
George is
George
not the best they could get, bro. No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
and a couple of first round.
Who believes that? Like what? The Shaden Sharp, the Trailblazers, like what? No.
All I will say is, Brad Stevens better hope this is like the Al Horford situation, where he went to Philadelphia, looked washed, came to Boston at 36 years old, and looked like the best version of himself we had seen in years.
That's crazy.
That's what they better be hoping they're getting with Paul George. Otherwise, they might be coming for his head. Because you had the opportunity to get Giannis, you turned it down, and got Paul George. I just feel bad for Hugo
That's
Gonzalez. He didn't ask for this. Now, if you want to hear my thoughts on
You
the
compare Giannis to Paul George, yeah, that's crazy.
Kawhi Leonard trade, which was the most insane thing I had seen until 12 hours later, click here, subscribe to the channel for more content. Have a great day.
Hey, man, y'all let me know what y'all think, bro. I'm out, man. I cap.